Alright, good morning. I'm sitting out here doing a small job in my truck this morning, and I came up with this theory that I want you guys to think about. Alright? Think about this. I sincerely want you to hear me out. It's my theory. As I'm working on this truck, I realize this truck has a heart. It has a circulatory system. It pumps its life blood through this machine in order for it to be able to work correctly. It even has a central brain that sends out electronic impulses and messages to different sensors and parts of this truck in order for it to operate in different conditions, depending on what the situation is, what speed or what kind of work it's doing. It even has the ability to adapt to different environments, whether it's really cold, 50 below, to 120 degrees. This thing can adapt to its environment. It has a fuel system or a food system and a way to disperse that. It takes in energy, it's food, and it even can take in different forms of energy, different kinds of fuel, and it transfers them into a different kind of energy that then transfers to the wheel so it can perform its duty that it was designed for. So it's a fairly complicated machine. Now, I'm a pretty smart guy. I can work on it, but it's so complicated. There are most of the systems, I should say. It's not there are. It's most of the systems in here I could never recreate because I'm just not that smart. So, with all those facts, this is my theory. I'm thinking millions, maybe zillions of years ago, in a pile of copper and nickel and iron ore molecules, after it was raining on it for millions of years, and then maybe some lightning struck, I'm thinking that a small motor just popped into existence. Now, obviously, this would be it. I know it sounds crazy, but let's just say, enough lightning, enough rain, out of the rocks, popped a small motor. And it was kind of a mutation. It was a 1 in a billion, zillion chance in the universe. That's why we got to put so many zillions of years. I mean, we got to put so many years on this that you can't even imagine how many years it really is. And this small motor evolved over and over again into bigger motors. Maybe an air conditioner popped into existence, and then another mutation happened after a zillion years, and a refrigerator popped into existence, maybe a washing machine or something. Eventually, a small car evolved. And then after zillions of more years, a small truck. And then eventually it just turned into a 3/4 ton diesel machine. And I mean, with this happening, imagine a million, maybe a zillion years from now, this could take on a different route and turn into a jet airplane, because jet engines and diesels, they're not that different. Or maybe it takes a totally different route and turns into a boat, a diesel boat. What do you think of that? Sounds pretty effing stupid, doesn't it? I mean, for a minute when I was thinking about it, I thought this is a really cool theory. But after just thinking through it, that really sounds stupid. In fact, looking at this, it's obvious that someone designed this, thought through it, and put it together. And this machine, as complicated it is to the common man, this is a crude piece of crap compared to the machine of your body. I mean, this machine, this truck, compared to my dog, is a crude, very crude piece of machinery. It's not even on the same level of complexity. In fact, they say even what they often just brush off as simple cell organisms, a simple cell organism, to put this into perspective for you, is more complicated than the space shuttle, which is considered the most complicated machine man ever made. They even also say that all the computing power in the world, all the computers put together, couldn't even hold a simple brain. Just to give you an idea of the different complexities. And yet we know, looking at this engine and this machine and how it all works together, that there's no way in hell that this just popped into existence. That one system, the engine won't work without the radiator, and the radiator and the engine won't work without the tranny. It all has to be designed and created in harmony with a mind behind it in order for this to work. I know. I guess this was just a waste of time. Kind of a stupid theory, but obviously somebody created this, right?